Greetings and welcome to a new narration done by Dr. Torment. The following story may or may not prove rather sensitive to some listeners. Discretion is advised, and consider this your one and only warning. Now, with that out of the way, let us proceed. The Kenton family are keeping someone hostage in their household, and I have overheard them many times talking about it. About how something should be locked up in the house. In the general sense, they are rather beloved by the whole neighborhood, as in everyone just had this positive vibe about them, the kind of vibe that makes everyone smile. Now, I don't really enjoy overhearing things, but for some reason I tend to. I just tend to overhear stuff. People usually do not see me coming up behind them, and I sometimes just shock them because they simply do not notice me. I found the eldest daughter of the Kenton household, and I asked her about what they shouldn't let out of the house. She then told me that I could sleep in her bedroom, in secret of course, and when everybody is out. As per the secrecy, I of course slept under the bed of the Kenton's eldest daughter, and honestly it wasn't that bad. The first night, I heard Mr. Kenton getting viciously angry, and I'd never even seen or heard him like this before. I didn't think he was the angry type, one of those calm people. Then Mrs. Kenton became angry at the children, and then the two younger children started acting out, apart from the eldest daughter. Then when the house was empty, I went searching for this thing that isn't allowed outside the Kenton household. I searched everywhere. Then I finally retired to the eldest daughter's bedroom. Well, under her bed, I mean. When she came home, I told her that I couldn't find anything in her house, but she just told me to search harder. There is something within this house that is being kept invisible from the neighborhood. Mr. Kenton, in a sudden rage, started physically beating his whole family, and the next day, he was a completely different person when talking to the neighbors. Like a switch that was turning on and off. Even Mrs. Kenton was, well, dysfunctional, and she liked to beat on the kids when she was angry, even attacking Mr. Kenton at times. I searched the house for this thing that isn't allowed outside, but again, I found nothing. Then, I secretly witnessed Mr. Kenton beating up his wife just for dressing up as a cat, because apparently he hated cats. He forced his children to wear dog costumes, as apparently he loved dogs. Suddenly, the eldest daughter took Mr. Kenton's gun and shot her parents and her siblings that very night. The whole region was so shocked at how such a lovely, nice family could end up this way. The eldest daughter just made up an excuse, saying the devil told her to do it. Everyone kept saying how lovely the family was. It was then that I realized what this thing was. The thing the Kentons weren't letting out of the house. It wasn't anything physical. No, nothing so simple. The thing that was kept hostage inside their house this whole time was their true dysfunctional nature, a nature the whole neighborhood never saw. No one ever saw. No one apart from me. And so we've come to the end of our session. I would like to take a moment here to thank all you listeners who have joined us in this session. I would also like to go ahead and invite everyone attending to go ahead and check the link found in the description below. It is the source of this particular story and the original creator, so do give them a special thanks and do let them know who it was that sent you their way. Your support means a lot, and I cannot stress this enough, so please consider liking, commenting, and even subscribing to the channel. Then lastly, for those who are willing, consider having a look at our Patreon page and keep up to date with our latest narrations and some other opportunities. This was Dr. Torment bidding you adieu, and remember, don't fall asleep ever.